About 30 years ago, a relative of mine had a disturbing dream. We had just moved to Georgia, DeKalb County. The dream was of a man. He was walking from the sky as if he was coming down steps, but there were none. He was tall and thick. His hair was a golden blonde. His head shape was as a square, flat-top hairstyle. Actually, he resembled an ancient warrior, but without the armor. He wore sandals. They were dusty. He had a grimaced face, always looking down. His expression on his face and the way he walked was as if he was on a mission, with time being a critical factor. This dream disturbed my relative for many years, wondering who that man was. It was realized who he was during the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Trump. Now he is embattled by many across the United States. What is his mission? When will it be realized? All that is now happening in our country caused me to remember the words of my relative. Now we are in the midst of the shaking up of our nation, and a night vision over 30 years old is now as if it happened just yesterday. Many are baffled with the feeling that a great injustice has played out in the land, with no one to provide the answers. Why has this U.S. businessman who wrote the New York City skyline in precision and glamour been brought into a battle by the very city he served? From the U.S., east to west, the battles have pursued him. Did he journey from the sky for this purpose, for this mission?
There he is. Because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have people that should not be here. It's much tougher than it happened. Take a look at what happened.
Plan number 3, the final step, is removal by assassination. Trump also got shot in his chest, but he survived because of the bulletproof jacket. He even got shot in his head, but he survived because he turned his head. Trump got help from God. His life was spared.
Move your spear! Hold! When you're ready! On you! Ready? Move! Move! Go! Talk out here! You ready? We're good! Shooters down! Are we good to move? Let's move! Let's move! Come on. Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on, your head is bloody.
So we gotta move to class.
Let me get my shoes.
Watch out.
King Channel TV here. Greetings and welcome all of our current and future subscribers and supporters. In this video, we begin the development of a series of informative presentations, which we will call The Mission. We will discuss the mission of Donald J. Trump, the 45th President of the United States, that he has outlined for his 47th presidential term, including all breaking and up-to-date news surrounding it. But first, let's look at those who have embattled him across the United States for the purpose of stripping him of his wealth, imprisoning him, defaming him, and as we showed before, assassinating him. From the New York area, Letitia James, New York State Attorney General, Alvin Bragg, Manhattan District Attorney, and Roberta Kaplan, New York Supreme Court. In September 2022, Letitia James filed a civil lawsuit against the Trump Organization, alleging he had committed fraud by misrepresenting several of his properties in Florida, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. as a means to deceive banks, lenders, and insurers by giving them financial statements that badly overstated his asset values and overall net worth. Trump was found liable in February 2024 and was ordered to pay $424 million. This would represent the stripping of his wealth. The case is now on appeal. On January 30, Alvin Bragg's office presented evidence to a grand jury for criminal charges against Trump for his role in the paying of hush money to a porn star, Stormy Daniels, who said she had an affair with Trump. Trump was found guilty and was indicted on all 34 felony counts on May 30, 2024. He was arraigned on April 4. This would represent efforts to imprison him. He was set to be sentenced on July 11, but the judge decided to consider the Supreme Court's recent immunity decision, and the matter was pushed back. In a 2019 New York cover story, writer Eugene Carroll accused Trump of sexually assaulting her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in the mid-1990s. After Trump accused her of lying, Carroll, represented by Roberta Kaplan, sued him for defamation and damages over the alleged assault. The trial began in April 2023, and on May 9, a jury ruled that Trump was liable for sexual assault and defamation, awarding Carroll $5 million in damages. A second defamation trial began in federal court in New York on January 15, 2024, where Carroll testified that Trump destroyed her reputation after she accused him of assault. A jury found Trump liable for defamation and ordered him to pay Carroll an additional $83.3 million in damages. This would represent defamation and the stripping of his wealth. Trump and his legal team have vowed to appeal both verdicts. From the District of Columbia and Florida, Jack Smith. From Georgia, Fani Willis, Jack Smith, DOJ special counsel, filed criminal election aftermath charges against Trump, alleging he tried to overturn the 2020 election, leading to the attack on the Capitol on January 6. Trump was indicted on August 1st. The Supreme Court issued a ruling on Trump's argument that he should have immunity for actions that took place while he was president. The court officially ruled 6-3 on July 1st that current and former presidents cannot be prosecuted for official acts taken while in office. The trial has been taken off the court calendar entirely and is on hold. Jack Smith, Mar-a-Lago. A year after the FBI recovered dozens of classified documents from Mar-a-Lago, the DOJ through prosecutor Jack Smith filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida criminal charges against Trump. In 2023, he was charged with 37 counts, including willful retention of national defense information, conspiracy to obstruct justice, and plotting to destroy incriminating security camera footage. The case was assigned to Judge Eileen Cannon. On July 15, she dismissed the case, ruling that Smith's appointment was unconstitutional. Smith has the ability to appeal Cannon's ruling, but the chance of a trial in this matter occurring before the November election now seems slim at best. On August 14, 2023, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis gathered a grand jury that indicted Trump and 18 other defendants under the state's Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. Defendants are alleged to have taken part in a criminal conspiracy to change the outcome of the 2020 election, in addition to violations of the state's RICO Act. The defendants face numerous charges, including forgery and criminal attempt to commit influencing witnesses. But the trial, which was anticipated to begin this year, was derailed following the revelation that Willis had a past romantic relationship with a prosecutor on her team. Willis was allowed to remain on the case after a grueling hearing, but the case has been put on hold with no set start date. All of these charges would represent efforts to imprison him. This brings our video to a close. Please like the video, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Peace.